Awesome. So guys, welcome to training block 2, day 2 of our onboarding new hire training. We always, just a quick reminder to ask to turn all cameras on. Please eliminate any and all distractions and be ready to engage, as we have a very interactive training coming up now. And on top of that, take notes, okay? We're excited that you're back with us for day 2. I want to first start off talking about compensation. I know there were some questions about that, okay? So first and foremost, everyone's day 1 of employment was yesterday, okay? So what does that mean? It's November 2nd to December 2nd. On December 2nd, everyone's going to get paid the $600 US. Now, we're paying you $600 US, regardless of the currency rate. So we're paying you in US dollars. We're not paying you in pesos. It's important for us that, number one, we pay you very well and very competitively, because we do expect the best of the best. And then on top of the 600, you have an opportunity to earn an extra $200, once again, US dollars, or an extra $400 US, depending on if you've attained your bonus, okay? Let me explain to you how it's gonna work, just kind of give you a rough idea. Tomorrow, we're gonna be assigning each of you a certain amount of clients, right? So let's say we give you 250 clients, Carlos, right? Out of those 250 clients, we're going to say, Carlos, your goal during the next 9 to 10 week open enrollment period is to re-enroll 200 of those 250, okay? So what that means is we expect, let's say in November, that 30% or 40%, whatever you want to call it, of that 200 that you're going to enroll is going to happen during November. So let's just do basic math. If we say 30%, that means 200 total members you're going to re-enroll, times 30% is 60 enrollments, right? So then we would say, okay, Carlos, for you to unlock your $200 bonus, you have to enroll 60 individuals, re-enroll 60 members for November. And then from there, we're going to have a stretch goal above 60 as well for you to get to that $400 bonus, okay? Now, be very clear, we want to pay the bonus out. We need top performers. We need people that are giving great effort, great activity. We want to pay you really well. We want you happy, we want you engaged, but the performance needs to be there, okay? And obviously the re-enrollments. So I'm going to pause here and ask if there's any questions regarding the compensation. I know there were some questions yesterday, and I wanted to address that right off the bat.
Well, I have a
So,
question. Oh,
no,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Marco and all team. Well, this morning I attended to the session that we have, and then asked them regarding the contract, because I received a Word file with the contract, and then I see that there is space for Marco Conde ID and all information, but it's not, the gap, it's empty. So my question was simple. May I just sign and add my information and leave those gaps in blank?
Yeah, when you say gaps, are you gaps in the agreement somewhere? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's space in which it may
Yeah.
be said that your information, I have to leave those as a blank space.
Correct. What we'll do is we'll fill that in on our end. It's going to say Marco Conde, and it should be Prosper with Purpose Financial. That's what it should say. But I would just sign it and send it back in. There's a standard employment agreement. There's nothing crazy on there. That
Yeah, I read it all, and I agree with all the statements there. But I would like to be like as accurate as possible. So
no, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So you can just sign it and send it back in, and we'll fill that part in. That's not a problem at all. Carlos, you had a question?
Or Word?
Words. What you want to do? Sign based on any type of agreement, like just however you want to sign it. You can sign it with a pen, print it, sign it with a pen, and scan it back in, or you can do an electronic signature, whichever you'd like.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Good question, Vilma. Carlos, you had a question?
Yeah, just to confirm, of course, for example, I know that the top of the bonus will be like $400 if we enroll those like 120 people, right? Do we have like a different kind of bonus besides that? Like, for example, between those 250 people for November, right? If I can enroll, like for example, 180 or 200, will be more than $400, or the maximum is $400?
Yeah, you'll have a $200 bonus opportunity and a $400 bonus opportunity. The maximum is 400. That's correct.
Got you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, good question. I
I'm
like that
sorry.
kind of, I like that kind of question, Carlos. If we have to make another tier for you, we'll figure it out. So if you, let's go, let's get after it, right?
Can I
Question,
ask
Yesenia?
you? Yeah, well, I was just wondering, so yeah, for sure we will have like the top for 400, right?
Mhm.
So if we have like those customers enroll, right, those
Yep.
clients,
Mhm.
but also if we have like another one like 10 more than the rate, right? It will be something that it's going to be taken in account for the next cycle for payment, or that will be like, you know, on the cycle that we are on it.
Yeah,
And
first
it's
off,
going to be under
I
the,
love these questions because that means that everyone here is looking to make money and to work really hard. So I love these kind of questions. So here's what we will do. If you reach your $400 bonus, okay, the additional enrollments you have after the 400, we'll roll them over to the next bonus period.
oh,
Okay.
got it.
And
Yeah,
that's going to be
that will-
part of your compensation so that you stay motivated and that you want to keep it going.
That'll be
So
good.
yeah, all great questions. Love those.
Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, I think we are clear for takeoff. I will also be posting today the shifts, the scheduled shifts that we have for the 48 hours, which is 5 calling days for 9 hours each day, on the WhatsApp. Okay, I'm going to be asking each of you to select your availability, and then we will let you know what shifts we are able to obviously get you guys on. So we're going to check your availability first against what our shifts look like. And then from there, we'll assign shifts and make sure everybody's good to go. Okay, very simple. Joseph, I'm going to go ahead and hand it to you. We have a great training set up for today, very interactive. So please ask questions, take notes, and let's make it a great one. So Joseph, over to you, man.
Thank you, Marco. Really quickly, Carlos, you have a question, right?
Yeah, that one will, I'm sorry, that one will be directly also with the schedules. I just have to, I mean, I would like to confirm, because I know basically over the agreement, it says that we will start taking calls like this Saturday. Is that right? And also, do we have to work on this Sunday too?
Correct. So great question. So Saturday is our first day of calling our clients, right? So we would like to have everyone call clients on Saturday. Sunday, it's not a day you have to work. Sunday is the end of this week. What I will tell you is starting Monday through next Sunday, everyone has to put their 48 hours in. So, and then you can schedule your shifts. So if you're going to school in the morning, then great. You get some evening shifts and some weekend shifts to fill it out. So we're going to be as flexible as we can with everybody because we know everyone has a schedule. We get that. The thing is, we just got to make sure the 48 hours get met. And then those 48 hours, based on our experience of doing this before, this is not our first time doing this project, is 48 hours really gives you guys the best chance of really hitting your bonuses. So that's what we want everyone to do. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Marco, for clarifying. I had no clue yesterday half the things, so appreciate you, man. So really quickly, just to go to today's agenda, what we're gonna cover. I do see a couple familiar faces from the morning, so thank you for jumping back on. What we're gonna cover today is simple. We're gonna go through that quick exercise that we did. We'll just pick one of you to do each example. We'll go together through the entire thing, see what we do right, what we do wrong. Then we'll do some additional examples, additional exercises. Then I'll probably take a pause there at that point, and then we're gonna go over to the system we're gonna be using, which is where you guys are gonna upload all the clients. Every time you enroll somebody, you gotta upload their information. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. And then we'll wrap it up at the end with a little bit of more homework, and we'll wrap it up with just one final exercise, only one, just so you guys could visualize what it looks like from point A to point Z, the entire thing. And then tomorrow, Friday, is going to be the day where we probably spend the entire time just really just diving into different scenarios and different things that we can do. This morning's group was very interactive. You guys beat them yesterday, so the afternoon yesterday was more interactive than the morning. Today they gave you a run for your money, so hopefully we could beat them again, because we are gonna have a surprise for whichever group is more interactive. So let's get after it, guys. I'm gonna start by sharing my screen, and we'll go on right away. In the time being, I am gonna need a volunteer to do the first exercise. So just raise your hand if you want to volunteer, so I don't have to pick you, and then we'll take it from there.
I can do it if you want.
I had a feeling you want to go, Carlos. Awesome. All right. So let me get,
Sure. Oh, but you will do it like on your screen. I will like guide you, or
yeah, no, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it on my screen. You're just gonna walk me through what you clicked, so everybody can see it. In case that something is off, then we'll correct it, and if you get it right, then everybody will just know that you did it correctly. But yeah, so if you notice, I went back to the beginning of what it looks like in the morning, right? So when you guys wake up, remember I told you when the first thing you do every morning when you get to your computer and you start work is we gotta go through this piece really quickly, just so we can already be in the marketplace. You remember that part, Carlos?
yeah, actually, yeah.
All right, let's get rolling, bro. Which scenario did you choose? Which one do you want to do?
It was the letter C, the last one.
Let's see.
Actually.
All right, I like it. Let me just pull it up here in the chat. That's
Sure.
Carl, right?
Car, yeah.
My friend Carl. All right. Here is Carl. All right. So Carl, let me read the scenario out loud. He is 28 years old. He's married to Irma, who's 28 as well. They have one daughter who is 6. This is actually all real people, by the way. Like the three
Oh,
scenarios.
nice.
So the first one was me, Marcos, the second one. And then the third one's Carl. He's actually married to Irma, and they actually are both 28. That's all true. But they all do taxes together. The insurance is for both of them. And they earn $25,000. So, and I have the zip code there. So what do I put here, Carlos? Let's get rolling right away.
First, it will be the zip code, which is 33172.
Perfect.
Then C plans. Okay, and right there we have to first select the age of the person that we are calling. So basically Carl, he is 28, he is a male.
Okay.
And right now we have to add my spouse, and she is also 28. She is a female, right? Scroll down, then it says add a dependent. Okay, he's 6 years old and is a female.
Yep.
But we have to select right the option that says eligible for coverage through job.
All right, so far so good, my friend.
Great, now we have to continue.
Okay.
Okay, right there, it says that they earn like $25,000.
Perfect.
Okay, continue. Okay, they will save, we just have to explain to the customer like, hey, you will save $787 in this case. Okay, now we just scroll down, continue.
Okay. This you could skip, by the way, so don't worry, this part isn't important.
Mhm.
So all this we can skip, so we'll cheat a little bit. Before we continue, Carlos, really quickly, every morning, just to reiterate what we spoke about yesterday, when you guys come in, you could pick any client from your list, even if you're not gonna help them, just to get to this screen, because then we could just edit on the top level. We need to change the next person. We don't have to go through all these screens all over again. But all right, perfect. So I'm in here now, Carlos. What do we do next?
Great, so we just have to select all plans.
Okay.
Great, and now if you scroll down, please. More. A little bit more. All right, then we have the options. I went directly for the silver one, since that will be like the most, yeah, the one that will help the customer the most.
Okay.
And then we have different scenarios. Okay, so scroll up, please. Great. The two first one that we have, well, actually scroll down a little bit more, please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, scroll up. Okay, right there. Instead of lowest premium, we have
There
to
you
select lowest deductible.
Boom. I knew you know. All right. So it's gonna update now. Bam.
Great. Now we have right there two options, right? It says Oscar and Aetna. Basically, the one that I could offer the customer will be Aetna, since it will be the lowest one. Actually, he will be paying just like $6.64 monthly.
Okay.
For the out of pocket, they will have like $3,400. And basically all the visits to the doctor and to the generic drugs will be for free. So that could be one of the like best options that the customer can get. It's just like $6 for both of them. So
You got an A+, my friend. Textbook. You did it exactly right. Yep. You did everything correctly. So the hard part in this exercise that you could have gotten wrong would have been not excluding the daughter, right? Some people could mess that up. And then honestly, aside of that, just making sure that we pick the silver plan and that we remember how to filter for deductibles. Because if you notice that we take out deductibles, there was plans with deductibles that were like almost the same price, but even more expensive. So it's important that we try to choose lowest deductible. It's not always going to be the case. Obviously, I made these a little bit simple when it comes to the income. I made them that they don't make a lot of money, so you guys can see a lot of big deductions. But nonetheless, you did a great job, Carlos. Good job, dude.
thank you.
Textbook. All right. Any questions about what Carlos just did here? Great, because we need a second one to do any other example, either A or B. Who wants to volunteer? Anybody, first of all, do example A or B. If not, we're gonna have to do it together. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to call the people in the morning who are gonna beat you guys on an activity. Let's see who we got here. All right, so Vilma, you don't count because you already were with me this morning. So we got Erica, Kevin, and Yesenia. Did either one of you do example A or B, or did all of you do C? You guys can unmute and tell me. And it's okay, remember, if you got to run, it doesn't matter. We just need to learn. Erica, Yesenia, Kevin. I can see you guys looking at me.
Yeah, hi. It's
Hi,
me,
thank
Erika.
Hey, Erica. So were you able to do any of these exercises?
I tried with B. I
Okay,
don't know if I did it right.
okay, that's fine, because B is actually probably the hardest one, so let's do it together. Yeah,
Really?
sure. Yeah, out of all of these, B is the hardest one because there's a catch, and you'll see the catch after. So let's do B together, and then Yesenia and Kevin will do A together after, okay? So Erica, thank you for volunteering. Let's go through B together. And then you tell me what you think, and if you're not sure, that doesn't matter. As a group, we're gonna try to get it correctly, okay? Remember,
Okay.
everybody here, even though you guys probably all don't know each other, we're all a team. We gotta be able to work as one to get through this open enrollment period, so. All right, so we're gonna go to edit, remember, because in the morning, the first thing we do is we wanna get to the screen, and then when we have a new client, then we're gonna go to edit. All right, Erica, you have that scenario in front of you, right?
Yeah, I have it.
What is Marco's zip code?
33176.
Perfect. All right, and who is applying for coverage in this case?
Marco is only for Marco.
Okay, so let's edit Marco's age. So Marco is
40.
he's 40. Perfect. Close. We're gonna delete the wife in this case because there's no spouse.
Yeah, but Marco has one son, 5
Mhm.
years old,
Perfect.
that he claims in his taxes. I didn't understand very well the part of the taxes. I don't know what to do in that case.
Okay, perfect. So let's go over that, right? Because that's one of the really important parts. And the reason why we do this exercise is because you're gonna get to visualize all the things I covered yesterday, and the ones that we don't understand, we could explain them so you guys could understand. So why are taxes important? Taxes are important because that when we say the two things that give you a discount is how many people you live with and how much money you make. And
Mhm.
those two things tie back to your taxes. Number one, how many people you live with is determined by who's on your taxes. For example, in Marco's scenario here is Marco and his son. Marco could be married, but if Marco does taxes alone with his son without his wife, which a lot of people do that, it doesn't matter that they live together. It's only Marco and his son because those are the only two that he puts on the taxes every year. Okay, we
Okay.
understand that part. Yes.
Okay, do you mean that if Marco and his wife they do their taxes together, they will be a group as a
Correct.
one?
So let's say that he filed jointly with his wife. Then
Okay.
we would put like Carl exercise. Carl does it together with his wife. So
Mhm.
everybody was in one application.
Yeah.
But in this case, Marco doesn't do it together with his wife. So his wife, we don't put it here because just so you guys understand what happens, and then I'll explain this in Spanish. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Halfway through the training, I'm gonna change completely to Spanish, just so we can start really comprehending. I know that English, you guys speak it well, but it's still your second language. But if Marco was married, then it will be 3 of you. Since it's only 2 of you, if we do it wrong, here's what the consequences are for the client, right? So
Okay.
let's say that I put his wife and he makes the same amount of money, they're gonna give him a bigger discount. So let's just do an example. And let's say that the discount they gave him was $700 a month, right? But it was only supposed to be 500, not 700. It was only 700 because we put a third person, and that was a mistake. The $200 difference that they're getting every month, next year, they're gonna have a penalty. And it's gonna be the $200 every month. So for a year, $200, that's a lot of money, right? That's gonna be $2,400 that they have to pay back. And a lot of these people are working class people, they're not rich. So $2,400 hurts them a lot. So that's why it's important that we understand the tax piece, because that is the one thing that's gonna affect what the application here looks like. All right, so if they're not on the taxes, I don't care if they've lived together their whole life, they don't fall under the same household. Same thing with the income, it's based on the taxes. Everybody understood that?
Yeah.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Yes, sir.
explain it a little bit in Spanish, but okay. So in this case, Marcos 40, the reason that I put in that his son is on the taxes is so we can add him here, okay? So if I add the dependent, which I'm already adding him, the son's not gonna get coverage, right? Just like in Carl's example, the son does not get coverage, so you gotta click here that the son's already eligible for coverage somewhere else. Okay, once we do that, what was Marco's income? Was it 20,000 or 25,000?
20,000. 20,000.
20,000, let's see. So here's Marco's savings. 463 for the male 40. If you notice, the male that's 5, not eligible for a discount because we're not putting him in the plan because we clicked the button. There's gonna be another trick that I'll teach you later about kids, but right now let's just stick to this exercise. Okay? So does this make sense to everybody? Is everybody with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So now that we know, we click close and we're gonna have the plans. Now here's where it's gonna get a little bit tricky, okay? We gotta figure out what plan we're gonna pick for Marco, because if I recall correctly, Marco's gonna use the insurance because he needs to do x-rays on his shoulder. Marco got hurt and he's gonna have to go do some x-rays. All right, so what do you want me to do from here, Erica?
A silver plan.
Perfect, that is the first thing that you should definitely do.
Mhm.
And then let's see, let's go back to the top. All right, what else? And if anybody except Carlos wants to help her, feel free. Carlos, you got this part right.
Yeah, actually, just like instead of lowest premium, lowest deductible.
Okay, I meant you don't help, but okay. We'll change it to the lowest deductible.
I-
You're good.
I have a question there. I have to choose always lowest deductible.
Yeah, so I'm gonna explain this
Almost.
in Spanish so you guys understand why we're doing this. So el deducible es el costo que el cliente paga antes de que el seguro tome efecto. Creo que es así en todas partes del mundo.
Yeah. Mhm.
Al poner lowest deductible, te los va a filtrar porque por alguna razón van a haber planes de Aetna, por ejemplo, que vale $3, que Aetna tiene un plan de la misma compañía, un plan diferente, que es más caro y tiene deducible, que no hace sentido. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Nos demoramos mucho tiempo buscando por buscar el plan que más conviene. So, si lo filtras por deducibles de más pequeños hasta más altos, enseguida vas a tener los primeros con deducibles más bajitos, que es lo que queremos vender y queremos ofrecerle al cliente, ¿no? Entonces, yes, always do lowest deductible. However, van a haber clientes que sí van a tener que tomar deducibles más altos simplemente porque ganan demasiado dinero y tal vez no pueden pagar el costo, la prima de un seguro que tenga $0 de deducible. Eso pasa todo el tiempo y es totalmente normal, pero en este ejemplo específico, Marco solo pusimos que ganaba $25,000 o $20,000, perdón. So, el subsidio es bastante alto, podemos buscarle uno de los mejores planes. Okay, let's shift it to Spanish, guys. I'm good with that, so we can continue in Spanish. So that way everybody is comfortable, because now it's more so getting good at it, more so than having to think to translate and then do it. So, Erika, ¿cuál plan, qué quieres que haga aquí? ¿Cuál plan quieres ver?
Yo vi o sea, yo comparé el de Edna y Oscar. Me
Ok.
parece, tengo unas dudas ahí también,
No te preocupes. Cuenta.
porque en el de, o sea, no sé si podemos ver,
Sí, ¿cuál quieres que vea
la,
primero?
bueno, Edna,
Edna, vamos a planditos, ¿no?
ya.
Okay, ¿qué quieres buscar?
Como marco lo va a usar para rayos X, más abajo sale creo que lo de exámenes, me parece.
Sí, ok,
Eso. Está en porcentaje el deducible,
correcto.
25%. En el de Oscar está con monetario, o sea, con $10, creo. Ahí, ¿cuál es la diferencia? O sea, ¿cuál es mejor, peor? Aunque uno paga más que el otro mensualmente.
Hiciste muy bien en buscar eso, porque el catch que dije que tenía el escenario era exactamente eso. Cuando te creé este ejemplo era para que buscaras esto. Eso es lo que es el coin insurance y lo que es el copago, ¿no?
Ah, ok.
Lo que sucede en este ejemplo de AENA, el seguro es buenísimo, ¿verdad? Te cubre muchas cosas y te pones a ver acá arriba, tienes muy buenos beneficios, pero Marcos ya nos explicó que quiere hacerse rayos X. Y en
Ujú,
este caso es un coin insurance de 25%. Significa que Marco paga el 25% y el seguro cubre el 75%.
ujú.
Ahora, antes de compararlo al copago, before deductible and after deductible is met, cuando es cero deducible se dan cuenta es lo mismo, no hay diferencia. Esto es siempre cuando hay un deducible para que el seguro tome efecto, lo que sí tienen deducible, entonces hay que tomar esto en cuenta. Porque muchas personas se confunden con esto. Pero en la comparación es que aquí es 25%. Si nos vamos al de Oscar, baja a detalles de plan, es exactamente $10. So, ¿cuál ofrecería yo? En este caso, yo ofrecería Oscar, porque la diferencia en precio no es casi nada. Los dos son extremadamente económicos. Y yo quiero tener la certeza de decirle al señor Marco, cuando usted vaya a hacerse los rayos X, lo único que tiene que pagar es un copago de $10.
Ujú,
¿Me explico? So,
sí.
ok, perfecto. So, esa es la diferencia, literalmente, lo que estaba yo buscando en este escenario era ver si se fijaban en eso. Si se fijaban de que hay que buscar en los detalles si hay un copago en comparación a lo que es el coin insurance. En este caso, el precio es casi igual. Si el cliente te dice, no quiero Oscar, porque hay personas que Oscar es una compañía más pequeña, igual paga sus reclamos, son muy populares, pero hay personas que les gustan comprar por nombre. O sea, cuando ellos cogen su seguro, quieren una de las compañías más grandes y Aetna es una de las compañías más grandes. Entonces empezaríamos a filtrar por las compañías que también se puede hacer. Bueno, si firmas por aquí, boom, Aetna y pones por decir United y Aetna son los dos grandes. So, si este cliente me hubiera dicho, por ejemplo, yo quiero Aetna, yo le hubiera dicho, ok, te puedo poner el plan de $3 que tiene 25% de coin insurance, o yo hoy busqué por la mañana, creo que este de 37 tiene copago. O hay un plan de $37 que te tiene un copago de $20, 37 es todavía extremadamente económico y es muy buen plan que vas a tener porque también tienes $10 de si tienes que hacerte pruebas de laboratorio, exámenes de sangre. Chicos, es importante que cuando un cliente te diga a ti ya lo que piensan hacer con el seguro, que todo esto va a ser parte del guión que se van a estudiar hoy por la noche, mañana por la mañana, dependiendo en el horario que estén haciendo los entrenamientos. Este sería el momento en el cual ustedes estarían entonces como que buscando y haciendo el research de lo que van a ofrecer al cliente. Pero sí, Erika, no te dudes porque lo hiciste exactamente bien.
Gracias.
La tarea la pasaste perfectamente bien. Sé que tenías tus dudas, pero esto es sencillo, no es muy complicado.
Ujú.
Lo hiciste perfectamente bien.
Ok, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Yesenia where's my other friend here? Kevin, ¿no?
Yeah.
Ok. Vamos conmigo, pues ahora el escenario es el mío. So, ahora ustedes tienen la suerte de que trabajan en equipo.
Perfecto.
Te escucho un poquito bajito, Kevin. No sé si es el micrófono.
Hola, hola, ¿me escuchas ahora?
Ahora sí, ahora sí.
Perfecto, dale, dale.
Y Yesenia está por aquí. No se nos durmió.
I'm
¿no?
here, I'm here.
Okay, thank God. Give me 1 second, guys. My phone is blowing up, so I just gotta make sure that I turn it off. Okay. All right. So, el tercer escenario, o técnicamente el primero, que sería yo. ¿Cuál es mi zip code?
Spanish or English?
En Spanish is fine.
Listo, dale. 33126 sería.
Perfecto.
Listo.
¿Y qué edad tengo yo?
31.
28.
No,
Espera, ¿tú eres el C? 28.
soy el A.
El A.
Somos
¿Era?
el A. El A.
Ay, disculpa. 31.
A ver, si yo tengo 31. ¿Qué más pongo aquí?
Bueno, yo estaba mirando, dice que hace los taxes tú solo, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
Entonces
correcto.
sería uno, habría que quitar al hijo.
Ok. ¿Y Yesenia, estás de acuerdo o
Entonces,
no?
dame un segundo que esté leyendo la... Sí, habría que quitar,
O sea, dejarte solo.
o sea, que tú hagas los taxes solos y que tu esposa los haga con tu hijo.
Pues en este caso, el seguro es para mí. Me están diciendo que yo me quede solo, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
Sí, ser el household sería, creo que uno.
Correcto. Bueno, that's correct, guys. Lo cogieron bien. ¿Y cuál es mi ingreso?
Ese, 20,000.
20,000, perfecto. Ok, ¿cuánto es mi ahorro mensual?
$420.
Perfecto. Ok. Ahora busquemos un plan juntos.
Bueno,
Baja un poquito, por favor.
podemos
Gracias.
cambiar el allowance premium por el deductible también, ¿no?
Ok, sí. Ok, what else?
Bueno, yo estaba mirando, dice que vas una vez al año porque saludable, ¿no? Entonces sería como ¿cómo es que era el nombre? Expanded bronze sería.
Ok. ¿Estás de acuerdo? Yesenia?
Sí, sí, sí.
Ok,
Y bueno,
ok, here I am.
en ese orden de ideas, si es un expanded bronze, no es muy frecuente, pienso que buscaría uno que el deductible sería 0 o algo lo más bajito, ¿no? Ya
Correcto,
que no es
sí.
como-
Si es algo que no utilizas mucho, no tiene que tener como mucho deductible y que...
So lo hicieron bien. La parte difícil aquí era la parte de los taxes, porque siempre se me confunde la gente como puse a mi esposa y el niño en el escenario, en el exercise, que si va, que si no va, pero sí, correcto. Los taxes soy yo solo, yo soy un ejemplo perfecto de muchas personas aquí en los Estados Unidos. Yo hago mis impuestos solo porque gano mucho para que mi esposa, que gana menos, esté con el mismo en los impuestos de ella y tenga mejores beneficios y yo pago por los míos.
Total.
So, es uno de los ejemplos. Obviamente aquí puse el ingreso bajito por el tema del
Bueno.
entrenamiento, pero algo que vale la pena recalcar, que bueno, no recalcar, porque es la primera vez que lo digo, que me lo llamaron a mi atención esta mañana y es algo muy importante. So, aquí hay un plan de $0, ¿verdad? Vamos a decir de Oscar, ¿verdad? Que estamos mirando.
Ujú.
El máximo out of pocket, el máximo de bolsillo es de $9,100, ¿no? Obviamente, en caso de emergencia, son $9,100, pero si yo cambio esto a un silver, hay un plan de $3 y mira el máximo out of pocket,
Ah, no.
¿verdad? Vale mucho más la pena pagar los $3 y saber que en cualquier peor de los casos, una catástrofe médica, una emergencia médica, que lo que voy a pagar máximo son $1,700. So,
Sí.
que fue la regla con la que llegamos a un acuerdo hoy por la mañana con el otro grupo. Vamos a ofrecerle Silver a todo, si es posible, a todo el mundo, al menos que Silver sea demasiado caro. Por ejemplo, si yo ganaría 40,000 por decir, y se me sube mucho el precio y en verdad no lo pienso usar, entonces bajamos a un bronce. ¿Ok?
Ven, tengo una pregunta. Can I speak in Spanish, right?
Of course, yeah.
Bueno, está listo. Bronce se paga en este momento tal precio, digamos $5. Silver, $2. ¿Esos rates cambian cada año o siempre van a permanecer? ¿Cada año?
Todos los años, correcto. Lo que estás haciendo ahorita son la gente que ya tenían el 2022 y lo estamos renovando para el 2023.
Ok,
Pero sí.
entonces, cuando nosotros renovemos a los clientes con el nuevo, pues con el nuevo contract, se va a mostrar el rate que está para el otro año.
Correcto, lo que estamos mirando ahorita ya
Ok,
son planes de 2023. Esto
ok,
ya
ok,
es de otro año, correcto.
dale,
Pero
gracias.
sí, todo esto es lo que ellos van a pagar durante los siguientes, bueno, los siguientes 12 meses, de enero a diciembre. Pagarían esto. Muy
Dale.
bien. Perfecto. Ahora entendieron la diferencia entre el silver y el silver y los bronces. Por ejemplo, una persona de bajos recursos es mejor que paguen un poco. Y en el tema de que tengan una emergencia, saben que el máximo, mira este Oscar, $6, máximo out of pocket $1,500. You know, so son súper económicos. Mira este de 1,400 que no queremos vender mucho Molina. Y recuérdense, nuestro trabajo no es ofrecer algo gratis necesariamente. La forma en que en our performance, vamos a decir en Spanish, no se juzga en base al precio del seguro en sí. So, la idea es que tratar de educar al cliente y que hagamos una decisión juntos que sea la beneficiaria la que más le convenga. But, okay, guys, thank you for helping with the exercises. Esto es lo que vamos a hacer ahora. Vamos a hacer un ejercicio un poquito más complicado. Lo vamos a hacer juntos. Y después de eso, entonces pasaríamos a lo que es la plataforma y volvemos y terminamos con otro ejercicio. Este ejercicio que vamos a hacer ahora, déjame aquí cambiarlo. Voy a mantener el mismo zip code, pero va a ser una pareja de 4 personas. Una pareja de 4, perdón, no make sense. Una familia de 4, que es una pareja y 2 niños. ¿Ok? El principal tiene, vamos a ver que tiene 42 años. ¿Ok? La esposa tiene 38. ¿Ok? Y quieren que los 2 niños estén en la póliza de seguro, ¿verdad? Porque los niños tienen que estar en el seguro con ellos. Ahora, aquí está la primera parte complicada del día de hoy. Esto lo que estamos haciendo ahorita es un cotizador, ¿verdad? Aquí lo que estamos es cotizando. Esto no es la venta en sí que yo le proceso al cliente o por decirle la renovación. Esto es simplemente el cotizador. So, si yo pongo aquí que los niños son menores de edad, el cotizador está programado a que no me cotice a los niños. O sea, si yo pongo el niño uno de 12 y uno de 7, me va a salir como si cuando el hijo que ya tienen cobertura por otra parte, me los va a sacar de la cotización automáticamente. No porque los niños no califiquen, pero porque el cotizador está programado a que los niños típicamente tienen seguros por programas de seguros de niños que existen. Ahora, hay muchas razones, a veces ingresos, a veces es que no les conviene el seguro de los niños que ofrecen o que no califican por temas de inmigración o otras razones, donde los niños se tienen que ir por el Obamacare. El cliente de eso te lo avisan ellos mismos, quieren poner el niño en Obamacare, no hay problema. Pero para que el niño se te refleje en la cotización, en la edad, tienen que poner que tiene 19 años. Solamente en este sistema, a la hora de someterme a la información, si ponemos la información real, obviamente la fecha de nacimiento real y la edad real, pero por el tema de la cotización, para que se refleje, hay que poner que tiene 19 años, simplemente para poder cotizar. ¿Esa parte me entendieron bien? Perfecto. Y los ingresos, en este caso, obviamente, mira muy poquito. Voy a poner $30,000, creo que con esto sí llegamos. No, me pasé de ceros. Perfecto. Aquí ven, puse un hogar de 4, solamente ganan $30,000, tienen un subsidio de 1,611. ¿Por qué es tanto el subsidio? Número 1, bajo ingreso para todas las personas. Número 2, van a haber 4 personas siendo cotizadas en el seguro. Así que el seguro es mucho más caro, por eso el subsidio es mucho más alto. So, vamos a ver las opciones. Ahora, necesito que alguien me ayude aquí. El cliente tiene un médico específico que quiere ver. ¿Ok? ¿Quién se recuerda o quién me puede decir a mí dónde busco yo ese médico?
Creo que en la parte izquierda, ¿no? En la parte izquierda bajamos, ahí aparece. And provide, dice ahí, add a doctor or hospital. Ahí le damos.
Ujú.
Exactamente. Perfecto. Vamos a usar la misma doctora que usamos ayer. Marlene Talles Córdoba. Done. ¿Y se recuerdan cómo ver qué plan aceptaba?
It's just right there. I mean, it says doesn't take the plan.
Ujú. So, vamos, ya está por lowest deductible. Ok. Vamos a ver quién la acepta. So, aquí simplemente empezamos a buscar. Mira, ya sabemos que Oscar la acepta. Bien. Ok, vamos a ver si hay alguien más que lo acepta.
No, it's gonna try this.
Oscar otra vez. HMO de Amber no lo toma.
Most likely Oscar.
Vamos a seguir buscando, que no quiero limitarla a una sola compañía. Hay muchas opciones.
Okay.
Amber, mira, United también lo toma. Ya sabemos que Oscar y United lo toman. So, a este punto, honestamente, ya empezaría yo a buscar con Oscar y United, pero aquí por el tema del training quiero seguir buscando, porque les quiero explicar algo que puede suceder. ¿Te acuerdas que Amber decía que no? Ahora Amber aquí dice que sí. ¿Saben por qué?
Pues sí.
No, bueno, sí, pero porque el otro Amber que había era un HMO y este es un EPO. ¿Se recuerdan de eso? So, hay ciertos médicos que solo aceptan un tipo de red de médicos que la misma compañía tiene planes en las dos redes. So, estos, obviamente, Amber es mucho más caro que los otros planes que vimos, que tal vez no sea una opción que el cliente quiera, pero ya por lo menos sabemos que Amber, aunque al principio decía que no, sí existe. Y la razón por la que hice esto es porque van a haber ciertos médicos que solo toman un tipo de seguro y que puede que sea Amber EPO. Y que íbamos desde el principio a pensar que nadie los aceptaba y hay que seguir buscando porque casi siempre hay alguien que los acepte. ¿Ok? Ahora vamos a complicar el escenario un poquito más. La doctora Córdoba es la doctora de los papás. Los niños van al pediatra. ¿Ok? So, ahora tenemos que buscarle los pediatras. En este ejemplo, buscamos una clínica aquí que se llama Associates de Pediatras. Pediatrics Associates. Y era una que está en Pembroke Pines. So, aquí le diría al cliente cuál, se sabe la dirección o en qué área está, porque hay varias oficinas, ¿vale? Necesito saber qué es esa oficina. Si es la que está en Pembroke Pines, le pedimos la dirección o la buscamos en Google, el nombre de la clínica y buscamos Pembroke Pines y te va a salir la dirección y la agrego. Ahora vamos de nuevo. Un lowest deductible. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Porque ahora lo que van a ver qué sucede. Por ejemplo, Oscar toma la doctora Córdoba, pero no toma el pediatra. ¿Cuál era la otra que habíamos visto? United, ¿verdad?
Sí.
So, ahora United simplemente lo voy a filtrar por United. Está tomando una de las dos, ¿verdad? Antes de seguir buscando como loco, vamos a buscar a Amber. Dice que no. Ahora tengo que buscar por todas. Pero mira, el EPO sí te la toma. So, ahora sé que hay un seguro que nos toma las dos. Obviamente el cliente ya le tendríamos que explicar el precio, pues están de acuerdo. Pero en este caso, con todas las complicaciones que le di, todavía hay un seguro que toma los dos médicos. Y que este caso específicamente nos lo inventamos así esta mañana. Empezamos, esta familia existe, la verdad, es uno de los muchachos que trabaja conmigo aquí, que le pregunté y me dio esa información, pero yo mismo buscando varias páginas fue que lo tuve que encontrar, me tocó buscar un poquito más. So, ¿qué haría yo ahora para ver todos los planes de Amber que califican? Ya lo tengo por Amber, los tengo por Silver, voy a ponerlos en EPO de la red y aquí tengo todos los que califican. quitan más barato. ¿Alguna pregunta sobre lo que acabo de hacer? ¿Alguna duda?
No.
No sé si ya han explicado antes cuál es la diferencia entre las dos redes.
Sí, son las dos redes, la diferencia en sí es que el EPO, la forma sencilla de explicarlo, ¿no? Con un EPO, el cliente puede ir directamente a un especialista sin tener que pedir lo que le dicen un referido de su médico primario. Con el HMO, el cliente tiene que ir primero al médico primario para que ese médico entonces le envíe, le haga una receta en sí, que es un referido al especialista. Buena pregunta.
Me queda claro, gracias.
¿Alguna otra pregunta, muchachos? Now we're in Spanish, so there's no excuses. Everybody can participate. Yesenia thinks I'm funny.
Well, I'm here. I'm just thinking that the question, like the real questions, are going to be popping up when the calls are
Correct.
going to be with us, because in here, yeah, everything is cool. Everything is like pretty good. But for sure, there is like some cases, some scenarios that we are going to have like no idea. So I think, well, something that I just want to add in here is that I think that is really a good idea to have the Zoom
Mhm.
with you guys, because we are going to like need a lot of help in
Of
here.
course, no, yeah,
at
you
the
guys are gonna have
beginning.
somebody all day. So especially the first couple of weeks. And
Awesome.
and the reason why I put this little complicated scenario now is just to give you the idea that yes, it's gonna get complicated, but at the same time, it's not, it's
But it
just.
is not, yeah. It is
Like-
really, it is just like something like with a routine. It is something that is going to be the same thing, like with a little bit of cases, with different cases, but in here that it's going to be like really, really good in order to make everything running well for
Absolutely, and
for us.
I will tell you this, the hardest part, because I've done this myself, is finding people's doctors. The ones that have doctors. That's the
Ah.
hardest part. Why is that the hardest part? Because sometimes, and this happened to me this week, my mother-in-law goes to a doctor. She's like, oh, la clínica se llama tal y tal. I looked for the clinic, nobody takes them. So I told her, go to the clinic and ask them what they take. Resulta que what they have is not the clinic's name. They have one, because there's like 4 doctors in the clinic and it's under one of the doctors. So I had to look for his name. But a lot of clients don't know that. My mother-in-law didn't know that. So those are the scenarios where it gets a little bit more complicated.
Yeah.
What we can do, just so you guys know what we will do, this is part of the training that we'll go over tomorrow, is we will encourage you to ask okay, what's the name of the doctor? Look it up on Google. And honestly, every doctor here speaks perfect Spanish because it's Florida. Oficina del doctor tal y tal, ¿qué seguro aceptan en el mercado de salud? Oh, aceptamos el EPO de Ambetter. Ok, gracias. Bye. Y ya pueden entonces buscarlo.
I
Go ahead.
used to I
Go ahead.
used to work, I'm sorry, I used to work years ago with an agent, a real estate agent,
Okay.
and I already, well, I helped him with medical insurance applications, like kind of this with Molina Healthcare. And I remember the part of finding doctors that was really tricky.
Mhm. That's
So
the hardest
yeah,
part.
you're right. That's
That's
the
all.
hardest part in here.
But we have just the same way you guys have shifts, so do we. Okay, so we will be on there with you, me, Marco, call myself. We are going to have the ones that were here in the morning. There's a lady that's on the training with us. Her name is Monica. She is Hispanic, doesn't really speak, you guys speak better English than her, but she's been working with us for a couple of years. She does your same job, she does it here for us. She's gonna be on the Zoom as well, and she's really quick with you, better than me, honestly. She's really quick with these things. She's gonna be on there as well, because she's on payroll, just like you guys are, to help. So you guys will have support. I don't want you to think that we're gonna throw you, believe it or not, this is out of all the projects I've done, this is gonna be the most successful one. Because all our other projects have been just calling random people to get them insurance. And it has worked. With people with your same knowledge and we train the same way, and it works. We're calling
Because
people
you have knowledge, so
We're calling people that already have insurance. And they just need to renew it. That's it. You know, your only job is that they don't hate you on the phone. That's your only job, because even if you don't know the doctor, let me put you in a quick hold. Joseph, I need help. Bam, 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 and then you go back and you tell them, you know? So your only job is, can they like you? Which is why we went to your motherland, Colombia, where you guys have really good accents in Spanish. All the classes are gonna be in Spanish. People are receptive to how you guys speak, which is fantastic, because that's what we see most of the success. You guys are very polite, you're very kind when you speak, you're very mannered. That's exactly the reason why we're all on this call today, because I know that you guys are gonna do a good job. But all really good points, Yesenia. Thank you for pointing that out. All really good observations. So we are actually moving really fast today compared to the other team, because you guys actually got it all right in the exercises. So even though they were a little bit more awake than you guys are getting it all right, which is good. Let's go to the system. So let me kind of walk you through the next part, right? We're gonna do tomorrow, Yesenia, Kevin, Erica, everybody on the call. Tomorrow, our day is gonna be every scenario that I can possibly come up with. I'm gonna tell you guys to do it. And I'm just gonna watch you, and then I'm gonna tell you what you did right or wrong. So before you actually pick up a phone and call somebody, I am going to drag you through the mud per se, in the sense of scenarios, just so you guys can really get ready and be prepared. So the first 2 days have been observations on introductions on what it is, how to quote. Today's a little bit harder, but now I gotta show you the system. Tomorrow, you already know the system. You already know what Obamacare is. Tomorrow is, let me throw you 20 different scenarios. Tell me, what are we doing? And then it's gonna seem repetitive, because what you'll notice is right now we do another scenario. It's gonna be, okay, that's easy. Okay, that's easy. Okay, that's easy. But then there's gonna be that one scenario that I did that you have on the phone, and it's gonna save you from losing the call. So bear with me. I know I went back to English, Yesenia, that's your fault, because I was already in Spanish, but I could try to bring it back again. So the website where we're gonna push through the information of the clients, okay? Very important. I'm gonna write the website on the chat now, so you guys save it. Oh, I already have it up here. It's called AppExcel. AppExcel, this is the demo account that I made just to show you guys, because my personal account is loaded with clients and I didn't want to have to confuse you with all of that. I'm gonna copy paste this and put it on the chat. But AppExcel is a software that was created. It's what we call a CRM, okay? And this CRM was created specifically for projects like the ones that we're doing, right? It's created so we can put clients' information in, and that information can come to us so we can process applications. All right, so I just put it in the chat. Let me explain to you what we're gonna do here. So guys, Kevin, Yesenia, Erica, you guys call somebody, right? You re-enroll them, you choose a plan, fantastic. Now you need to let me know, Joseph, he chose a plan. This is how you let me know. The first thing you're gonna do, okay, is going to be and write down these steps if you can, right? If you have something to take notes with. The first thing you're gonna do is gonna be create, right? From create, you're going to click new policy, because we're putting in a new policy for a client. Now, this is the application that you guys are filling out. This isn't the real application that goes to the marketplace. That one we do, okay? Each of you individually is gonna have your own login to this. So Kevin, you're not gonna see Yesenia's information. Erica, you're not gonna see Carlos's information. Naomi won't see Vilma's. Everybody's gonna have their own. Okay, the only one that could see everything is me on my end, and then the people that are processing that are locally here too in the home office. Once you go to create, here you see the information that we're gonna ask you for. Now, don't worry, you don't have to fill all of this stuff out. I want you guys to write down the most important things that you need to get from the client, which you pretty much have everything by the time they say yes. One thing that we're very adamant about is we don't want you to have to ask for a bunch of personal information, because when you do that, what's gonna happen is the client's gonna get defensive because they don't know who you are, and you're gonna lose their renewal. All you need to do, literally, and that's why I'm saying that this project, it's actually simple, like for real, is you need to help them choose a plan. If you can help them choose a plan, this part is easy. You're not gonna have to ask for anything crazy that they're gonna be like, no te conozco, no te lo puedo dar. Okay? So let's go through what we need. And I'm gonna say it in English, guys. I'm sorry, my brain just went completely back to English. I will do my best to get back to Spanish here shortly. Well, let's go. So the first question is the member and applicant. Yes, the person here is always going to be applying, okay? So we need to put the first name. You have to put the first name. You have to put the last name that you need, so full name, and you need date of birth, okay? I'm putting my information here, just so we can advance. What else do you need to put here? Okay, you're gonna have to put the zip code. And if you notice, when I put the zip code, it's automatically below going to give me the state above and the county below, which is good, just by putting the zip code. I don't need you to put the address, okay, because we can find that on our end. So just the zip code is enough. Gender, please pick gender just because some names are hard to tell if it's a man or a woman, if it's a male or a female. So we don't want to have a person that we think it's a female as a male and then we mess that up. So pick the gender. And then just email and phone number. So you pick an email. Let me just fill it out here. I don't want to autofill it. Something else you never want to do too. You see how all this stuff is popping up to autofill? Notice if I hover my mouse over it, it changes everything on all the other things. Never autofill. Always write it, the whole thing. Because you don't want to autofill it and get it wrong. Okay, so just to go over it one more time, all we need in this area is full name, date of birth, gender, zip code, email address, and then phone number, which obviously you guys have that. You guys have that because you called them. Now here's the good news. All this information you need here, you have it before you even call them. So you don't have to ask them for any other stuff. You already have that, okay? So that's the good news. So you're not asking the client, please, what is your address or what is your date of birth? And they're like, who the hell are you? Any questions about this top part?
Okay, so basically that will be,
Carlos, well, give me a second, Carlos. We need Vilma first. You raise your hand.
I'm so sorry.
You're good. Vilma, go ahead.
Okay, if maybe this is quite a crazy question, but it will maybe happen. What if the person say, I'm not male, I'm not female, what the hell I will do? Sorry.
That might happen. We need to know their naturally born gender.
Born gender, okay.
Yeah, if they ask that very respectfully, I completely understand. I'm very supportive of the way you feel. I just need your naturally born gender. No big deal. And you're right, it will happen. In today's day and age, it's very normal. A lot of people are like that, and we just need to be able to find out how they were born because that's how they're
Yeah,
going to be born.
yeah, with due respect, but it may happen.
No, it's a good question. Actually, like, nobody had asked it, but people identify as other things all the time. It's not what you identify as yourself as, it's what you were born with, because at the end of the day, that's what they're going to bill to the insurance, and that's how you're going to get covered. That's a very good question. Carlos, you had a question, my friend.
Yep. Just to confirm, of course, after we select all the plans, basically there is the option that says enroll now. Do we have to press that actually, or that is not?
No, that's what we do. So once they pick a
Okay.
plan, you start filling this out. There's like 2 more pages to this. This is just the beginning. But
Okay.
yeah, App Excel is where you do your application. That's a very
Okay.
good question. You don't enroll them. We do that on our end for multiple reasons, security reasons, IP address reasons. There's a lot of different reasons why we need to enroll them on our end. Yes, Anya.
Well, I have here a question. So basically we have in here the CRM, right? What happened is I'm on the phone with the client, right? And they say, no, listen, I need to do, I don't know, I need to attend a call thing here. Can you call me back, please? And we are doing the enrollment, right?
Mhm.
So can I have like a callback and save this information in here and like start doing another one and save this and then do it again?
Yes,
know?
can. So yes, this is all this saves. So if you're halfway through now, so here's the cool part. All the callbacks you're probably gonna have are gonna be for the ones that didn't have time to pick a plan with you. Because once you pick the plan, for the most part, you already have all the information from the beginning. Because remember, they're already clients, you already have their information. So can you save the application and finish it later? Absolutely, yes, you can. Are you gonna have to call people back? You absolutely are gonna have to call people back. However, most of the people you're gonna be calling back are gonna be the ones that you called them, they were at work. Or they told you, I'm busy at this time, can you call me in 30 minutes? But once you pick a plan, you already have all that information because I gave it to you from the beginning for you to call them.
Alrighty, I have another question. So basically, as soon as I finish in here, like as soon as I finish creating the whole profile in here for the customer, so that counts like for a lead, like for an enrollment. That
Yes,
counts when I finish the.
absolutely. If the customer picked a plan, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna click it for you, but your job is done at that point. Your only job at that point is that we need to follow up with the client or something like that, then obviously it's your job to help us maintain it. Which
Uh-huh.
our secondary project, once we're done with the enrollment, is gonna be retention. Right?
Okay.
We're gonna work on retention, but yeah, as far as the enrollment, once they choose a plan, you tell me, this is the one that chose a plan, here's your information, you've done your job. You really don't have to call them back, maybe just let them know, hey, I just wanna let you know everything's been processed, something like that, like a follow-up call, but
Like a
nothing-
follow-up. Mm-hmm.
nothing that involves you trying to reach that goal. If that makes any sense.
Thank you.
All right, perfect. Very good question, guys. Very good questions. Okay, so we got the top part, right? We're gonna leave address blank because I can get that. Zip code you're gonna give me. We already said everything else, full name, date of birth. Something else that's important. Everybody here is Hispanic. So I could already tell, for example, Carlos, his name is Carlos Aymar Coime Valareso. Lo dije bien, ¿verdad?
Sí, señor.
Okay, so what would I do here? If this was Carlos, I would be like, Carlos, your insurance card, la tarjeta del seguro del año pasado, ¿qué nombre aparecía? Si Carlos me dice que aparece Carlos Aymar Coime Valareso, no problem. Primer nombre, segundo nombre, primer apellido, segundo apellido. Porque así es que yo lo puedo buscar en el mercado de salud. Muy importante. Ok, so consigan el nombre completo del, porque si le pregunto a Carlos, ¿cuál es tu nombre y apellido? Maybe you just tell me the last name they use the most,
Yep.
which will be Coime.
Carlos Coime.
So I will put Carlos Coime, and then you send me this, and I'm just so you know the way I get the information is I'm gonna go back to the marketplace, but through another account, and I'm gonna pull it to re-enroll them, and I'm looking for Carlos Coime everywhere that was born on this date, and I cannot find them. The reason I can find him because he shows as Carlos Aymar Coime Valareso. So it's important that that's the only other piece that you guys need to be mindful of is make sure you know their full name. Which again, you're probably gonna have it from the beginning anyway. Because we're getting you the client's information from our book already, so it's probably gonna show what it is. But let's continue. Personal information, everybody understands what we gotta put in. Let's go to legal documents. Here's the good news about all these questions here. I don't want you to answer any of them. Only one here on the left, which is the immigration status. Mr. Carlos, are you a citizen, a resident? Are you on asylum? Do you have a work permit or other? Just so I know what it is. That's all I need to know. I don't need you to ask them for social security number, for green card number, for work permit. None of that stuff matters to me. All I need to know is their status of citizenship, of immigration. Okay, and then on the right, for income, all I need to know, guys, is the number. If it's 20,000, then it's 20,000. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. If let's say that it's a family and that the husband and the wife make combine 100,000, the husband is 30, the wife is 70, you still just put 100,000 either. I don't want you to do like income one and income two. Just one source. Just give me the total number. All right. So let's recap through the entire page from top to bottom. On the top, full name, date of birth, email, phone number, gender, zip code. In the bottom, immigration status, we're gonna put let's say I'm a citizen, it's me, and income, we're gonna put 20,000. That is the first page, that's all you need to do. Any questions about this? That's the first page, it's 3 pages, just so you know. We still gotta pick the plan and all that other stuff, but any questions on this page?
Yep. When you mean citizen, that means that basically you are from the United States. Well, basically that you have the nationality from the United States. So
Yeah, very good
Like-
question. So let's go through that. That's a good question, Carlo. So immigration status is what we're asking for. I put mine because I'm a citizen, right? But a lot of the people we deal with might be permanent residents. They might be people that have a visa for work permit, for example. They might be here on a student visa, which will fall under other. They might be here, like we have a lot of people from Venezuela who are on political asylum. Tienen asilo político, so they're here from Venezuela on asilo político. That's fine. We can put them as asylum seeker. And honestly, the only reason why I'm asking you to put that, so I know, because there's gonna be in the script when you guys study it today and tomorrow, there's gonna be a piece where you guys are going to, give me 1 second, guys. There's gonna be a piece where you guys are going to have to, let me put you on mute for 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I was gonna be home alone and I'm clearly not. Okay, 1 second. It's just my mother-in-law. Ignore her if you see her. Sorry. There's going to, all the people that we enroll, they're going to get documents that they need to upload. They're gonna get letters saying you need to upload documents. Okay? You don't have to upload that for them right away, but in the script, it shows that you're gonna have to tell them that. So for example, if they're a resident, or actually, regardless of what you put here, the marketplace is gonna send them a letter and an email saying, hey, Erica, you have 3 months. So you have until the end of February to provide the documentation. It's proof of citizenship or residency, so proof of immigration status and proof of income. We can help you with that, but we don't help them right away. You know what I mean? Tell them whenever you're ready to do it, just let me know and I'll help you. We're gonna train you guys on what documents to receive if they wanna send them to you, okay? So it's very important that we just set that expectation. Again, that's gonna be on the script you're gonna study. But the reason why I'm asking you guys to put this here, so you guys understand, is because we will be, they will be receiving that and we will be helping them as part of our retention project, upload all their documents to make sure they don't lose their coverage. Does that make sense? Perfect.
right. So of course, just to confirm, right? If they are like, well, if we are basically calling someone directly American, what do we have to place? Like citizen?
They know their citizenship status. They don't have to be citizens. So there's different, immigration statuses which you could have to get coverage in the United States. So citizen means that they were born here or they were already naturalized into a citizen, but that doesn't matter. You could be a resident. My parents are residents, you know?
Okay.
My grandparents are residents, so they're not citizens. They weren't born here and they never became citizens. They're always been permanent residents.
Alright.
We just need to know which one they fall under. And the script is very simple. We'll just ask them, what is your immigration status? And they're gonna tell you, yo soy residente, or yo soy ciudadano, or estoy aquí con permiso de trabajo. And that's fine. It's not a big deal. We say, okay, thank you. And we just continue.
Okay.
It's not something that we need to dig deep, like, oh, ¿y cuándo tienen la cita de la residencia? That doesn't matter. It's just for us to know. So it's not a question that you're gonna have to dig very deep into. You don't have to become an immigration expert to be able to do this part. All you need to just have them tell you where they are in the process so we can choose it. But those are very good questions, Carlos. You have a bright future, my friend. All right, let's continue. So now that I put that I was a resident, let's just leave it like that, whatever. I'm gonna go to the next page. This part, it's a little bit more confusing. Okay? Because if you see here, there's 3 tabs. Now, Carlos, I'm gonna use you, my friend, because you've been very involved. Do you remember the family of 4 that we were talking in the scenario a little bit ago?
Right.
Hi, how many people were applying for insurance in that scenario?
4. Actually, 4 people. Well, just 2 of them actually.
No, remember, it was 4. It was the pediatrician for the 2 kids and so
Yeah,
it's
4.
4. So, okay, so just to remember, it's the family of 4, the 2 kids, the 2 parents, they had 2 different doctors. 4 of them are applying, correct?
Correct.
So in number of applicants, what will we put?
4.
Perfect. How many members in the household?
4.
Exactly, very straightforward. Now, this part I probably haven't explained, so you could guess it, or maybe you know it. How many dependents?
2.
Right? And why did he come to that?
Because those two are the kids actually. The ones that will be paying are the parents.
Correct. Very good very good answer. So the way that it works in your, so you guys can have it in a simple manner. Husband and wife are never dependents. So even if the wife doesn't work and the husband maintains her, she's not a dependent. She depends on him, but she's not a dependent. Okay, husband and wife are never dependents. Everybody else in the taxes aside of husband and wife will be dependents. Why do I say everybody else? Typically children, but then sometimes it'll be like a parent. You know, if you take care of your parents and you claim them as dependents, obviously they're dependents because they don't work. Somebody asked me a question yesterday. I don't know if it was in this group or another group. What if the kids work and make money? If any kid that makes over $12,000 can no longer be on the taxes as a dependent, just so you know. So if
So
the
he
kid
needs
is
to get like his own policy.
I'm sorry, they'll be on their own, correct?
Mhm.
So don't get confused. If they claim them as dependents, then they can, and the kids can go on the same plan until age 25. That's another thing that's important. The only way they go after age 25 is if they are disabled. And obviously the parents have to take care of them forever. At 26, they gotta go on their own insurance.
Great.
Sure, things that we never talked about, but they might present itself in some scenarios. But okay, so in this scenario, Carlos, we did good. We put 4 applicants, 4 members, 2 dependents. To put we need to have everybody's information. Now, all I need from everybody is, remember, full name, date of birth. So add a family member. I'm gonna go to personal information. It's gonna ask me if this person is applying. I'm gonna put yes. The relationship, you could put it in English or Spanish, doesn't matter. So esposa. And then first name, last name, date of birth. That's it. Gender, maybe if it's a name that's weird. So let's just throw gender in the first name, date of birth, gender. I don't need immigration status. I don't need where they were born. I don't need email address. I don't need height and weight. I don't need employment information. I don't need anything else from everybody else except the main person. All I need is nombre, apellido, relación, fecha de nacimiento, y gender. How do you say gender in Spanish?
Género.
Género, pero no género musical, género sexual. I got that right? All right, cool. So any questions about this? Y lo hacemos las veces necesarias. If it's 3 people, then we do it 3 times. That's it. Does that make sense?
Do we have a maximum like dependence?
A maximum of people?
All right, like, well, basically, for example, let's think that in the house there are like 10 people. Just as an example, right? And then we have 2 of them, which are the beneficiaries, or well, the primary people,
Correct.
and 8 dependents. Can we do that?
You can. Maximum enrollments that count towards you will be 5. You don't see that. I'll tell you why you never see that here. Because people claim dependents, just so you guys know the American game. Every time you claim a dependent, the government gives you a credit, couple $1,000 for each dependent. Each person can only claim up to 3 dependents. So if I have 4 kids, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it by myself with 2 kids, and I'm gonna have my wife do it with herself with 2 kids, so we can both get the credit. Does that make sense? So even though 10 people might live together, the odds, because it's not impossible, the odds of them being under one tax return, it's slim to none. They'll never do that because it doesn't make sense. They're losing a lot of money. That's just dumb, you know? But to answer your direct question, yes, you can enroll as many people as you need to.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Any questions on this piece, guys? We're gonna do multiple exercises tomorrow, so don't worry, you don't gotta be an expert now. I just need you that at least right now that you're understanding. Yes, thank you. All right, perfect. So I'm actually gonna delete the wife just because I don't want to go through all this information right now if I can. All right, so let's just continue and see if that's me. Okay, perfect. So the next page. Here's what we tell the system, what plan did you guys choose? So first order of business with the plans. Every insurance through the marketplace is only going to be effective on the 1st of the month, okay? So I cannot make an insurance effective before the 1st. everything that we are going to be doing together is going to be effective for January of 2023, every single time. So on effective date, all of November and December is going to be 01/01/2023. Excuse me, every single time. Now, once we hit January, because remember, open enrollment is until January 15th. Anybody that we do from January 1st to January 15th is going to be effective February 1st. Okay? Very important, my friends. Here in America, we put the month first and the date. When I was a kid, my family moved back to Panama and I did 2nd through 6th grade in Panama. And I didn't know how to write cursive and I didn't know the dates were backwards. And it was very hard for me to be able to learn those things. And it's a mistake that a lot of people make when we work with people overseas, because you guys do the dates backwards. We do it, actually, we do it backwards. I think you guys do it correct. For some reason, we're complicated here in America. So just make sure that when you're doing February 1st, it's 02/01, not 01/02. Okay? And same thing with the birthdays. Please, 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 please. The birthdays is month, then date, then the year that we're born. Okay, any questions about that? I know it's silly, but important. All right. Hold 1 second. All right, sorry, Zach. I've disappeared for 2 days. I'm not even going to the office. I'm working from home. And people are freaking out. All right. So January, boom, that's the first thing. Next part, carrier, the company that we're going to choose. So let's go back to the Sherpa. Let's just say that we're going with the silver plan, right? The company is Ambetter. So we go back and we pick Ambetter. You could just type it. See if I can move that a little bit. All right, perfect. All right, insurance plan. Here's what I want you guys to do. Please pay very close attention. You're gonna go back to Sherpa and you're gonna copy paste the name. Exactly how it is. Copy, paste. All right, this one is a silver, so metal level, you're gonna put silver. Any questions so far? Effective date, January 2023. Ambetter. The name of the plan, we're gonna copy it. And we put the metal. Now let's go over what we put in these numbers, right? There's 3 boxes for numbers. Policy total cost, the subsidy, and the monthly payment. All right. So let me explain to you, because this is probably the most important part. Actually, every part is really important. So, but at this point, once you got the first 2, this becomes the most important part. In this plan, the total price of this policy, let's see if anybody wants to guess it correctly. What do you think the total price of this policy is?
$4,765.
Were you seeing that?
And your estimated all-in.
No, nope. That was a good guess, bro. You went for the highest number. See what you did there, but no, that's not it.
That's
Okay.
1,912.
Bingo, correct. So just so you guys know what the estimated all-in is, this number is the most irrelevant number in the world, because the estimated is estimating what you're gonna spend during the year, but because you're gonna use a medium, you know what I mean? Like, these things don't matter. So the estimated all-in, pretend it doesn't exist, because that is not relevant to the client at all. That's just a computerized estimate that honestly, all it does is scare people. But yes, the total policy cost is going to be the price before the discount, before the subsidy. So in this case, that was exactly right. Whoever said it was 1,912 with 63. So here we would write to the penny the right price, 1,912 with 63. Let's go back to the thing. Now we need to know how much the subsidy is. How much is the savings or the subsidy in this event? How much is the 5-minute saving every month?
300.
That's what they're saving?
No. No.
Okay,
That's the payment.
correct, that's the
Instead-
payment. Right now, I need to know how much are they saving. It's somewhere in the screen. If you guys look,
Maybe it will be like,
1,600, I think.
how much?
1,600.
yeah.
Yep, it's, if you guys look around on the screen, you're gonna find it. I ain't gonna point you in the mouse, maybe. I
Oh,
am.
yeah. 1,611.
Yep, top left, guys.
Right.
It's always gonna be on the top. You'll see it. So that is what we call the subsidy. All right, so the savings, so the cost share reduction is 1,611. So you go back and subsidy or in credit, 1,611, but see how I put 1611, it says $16.11. You gotta add zeros to make sure you get the right numbers with the decimals and the whole nine. So 1,611.00. Okay? And then the third box is going to be what they actually pay, which is the full price minus the subsidy equals 301.63, which is the payment that the client's gonna make every month. So in the third box, we would put 301.63. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everybody's saying yes, perfect. So let's recap everything I've done here. I put the effective date, January of next year. I put the company. I copy the name of the plan, the metal level, and then the three boxes is the full price of the policy, which is the red little price under the price the client pays, the subsidy, which is the big green discount on the top left, and the difference between the two, which is what the client actually pays monthly. Why is this important? Just so you guys can, again, I like to explain the logic behind things, because then you guys will be like, okay, that's why we do this. This information, let's say, is going to come to me, right? When I sit there, for me to enroll them, to answer your question, Carlos, it's not the same enroll now, but it's kind of like the same enroll now. Does that make sense? So the only way that I'm going to get to the same plan with the same price that you told the client is if I know what price you told them, what subsidy they told you, how many household members they told you, what income they told you. So what you're doing here is you're telling me this person has 4 people in their house. This is how much they make a year. These are the names of the people and their ages. This is the total cost that I saw in the plan. This is how much the discount is, and this is how much they're going to pay monthly. This is the name of the plan. And the reason I asked for so much information on the plan is because I want to make sure I choose the exact same one, because a lot of the plans are similar in name and in price. And then with that information, now I can enroll them, and then the client gets what you guys discussed, and that's some other weird plan that's not going to cover them, or there is a different price. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. So payment information, I'm not going to ask you guys to ask for payment information. Why? Because if we, like we discussed earlier, I don't want you to ask people for money, because what happens when you ask people for money? They get defensive. Nobody wants to pay anything, right? They know they have to pay. These clients have been paying for a while, but I need to make, again, your job as easy as possible. You could generally tell the client, Mr. Client, I'm just going to help you enroll. I'm not even going to ask you for payment information. You do that on your own. I just need to walk you through picking a plan. I'm here to advise you. I'm going, and then, once we're done, I'll send you the emails and you can make the payments on your own. Or if you need help, we can do it together. Does that make sense? And if they need help, I tell them, it's okay, now I'm going to transfer you to el departamento de pagos, and one of my guys here will call. We're not even going to complicate with you guys having to get that information, because we want to keep your job as simple as possible. When Marco said we want to pay you guys the bonus, you could take my word for it. We want to pay that bonus, and I think we will pay that bonus. And I love that you guys are asking about the bonus, because honestly, that's how you make money in this world, right? So the reason I'm in this business, because I love bonuses and I love commissions. It's how you can control how you make more money. This is the perfect scenario because it's actually simple. It's you're saying you told me you did some real estate. I don't know if it was for, did you do like wholesale real estate?
Done for, can you hear
I
me
hear you.
now?
Yeah, here you go.
I was just like an assistant for a real estate agent in the
Okay.
past. So I help him with everything, like setting up the appointments, closing appointments for medical insurance, for Molina Healthcare, you know.
Really? So you do money now?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
simple.
the thing in here was that he was taking like a lot of advantage from me,
Yeah.
and I didn't get paid. So that was like,
No, you're good. You'll get paid. Trust me. That's one thing about us is, it's, so I have it both ways. I don't know if they were Hispanic or not, or maybe he was or he wasn't, but I still have family in Panama that work for me. And I know how it is. I know that the salaries from here can help you guys over there. I know the jobs are tough, even
Yeah.
if you're educated, even if you speak English. So for us, it's not only like, of course, it's a little bit better for us to go over there, but at the same time, we know how much we're helping you guys. And
sure.
once you do your job, you will always get help from us. We're very loyal employers. The people that have worked with me and Marco used to be, before we were business partners, Marco was my manager at my old job for years. I've known Marco since I was 18 years old. And I'm loyal to him because he always took care of me, and the people that work with us are loyal to us because we've always taken care of them. But it's my point with telling you how simple the job is that I have friends that are in real estate that hire, and insurance too, that hire VAs like you guys and give them a list of 1 million people to call. That is very difficult. And we're doing the same thing, but this list is not difficult. It's
No.
actually simple.
And I'm sorry to interrupt
ahead.
you. And basically, this is something completely different than make appointments for real estate, because it's a house, it's an apartment that you are trying to sell, that you are trying to close in appointment. So it's
Yeah.
pretty difficult.
A lot more, yeah, it's a bigger deal, right?
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
are
it
scared
is.
of buying big things. Here, at least you're telling, you're not even gonna ask them for money.
Yeah.
Perfect. So good deal. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page, guys, because I can't stress it enough. We do have a good opportunity, and I don't ask you to believe me. I just ask you to give me the time so you can see it for yourself. So payment, we don't do anything. Okay, you don't have to ask them for money. If they insist, call me and we'll take your payment. But you're gonna go to next, and then next, you're just gonna submit. If there's any comments that you want to add, for whatever reason, then you add them, anything that you think is important that we need to know. If not, just click submit and that's it. You're done. I know that it just took me like 25 minutes to walk you through all of this because I'm going very detailed. Once you do this 3 times, you will do this in 3 minutes. Okay, because again, we want to make sure that you guys don't spend half an hour filling out an application, which is how long it takes for the real application to get done. Make sense, guys? Perfect. Any questions on AppExcel? Good, because I'm gonna come back to it in just a second. All right, it's
Yes,
5:30. Yeah, go ahead.
I have, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. What's up?
In the payment information, finally we ask for something or
No, nothing.
not?
You skip that part. Now,
Okay.
so you can visualize this in your mind.
Mhm.
You're not gonna be filling AppExcel out with the client on the phone. You're not. Because the information that you need, you have before they choose a plan.
Mhm.
So you really don't need to ask them for information. You're gonna verify some of it in the beginning to make sure you're talking to the right person. Aside of that, the only information you are going to need to get is if it's for the dependents, their name and their birthday. That is about it. Outside of that, you don't have to collect anything that you don't already have, which is a very big win. Because typically in our business, if we are actually calling people that we don't know them. So we need to get everything. Here, we don't need to get anything. We just need to get the information. Just need to get a plan that they agree on, and we already have the information. Maybe the dependents will be the only ones that you guys are going to have to elaborate a little bit more in order to be able to grab that information, but no payment, nothing else. Very good question. All right, let's go back to Sherpa. Let's see here what we're gonna do. I'm gonna change the scenario, and then we can work as a team, okay, guys? Delete, 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 and change. So the scenario, here it is. Let's do it together. It's me again, but this time I do taxes together. All right. So I'm 31. All right, I do taxes together with my wife and son. Am I gonna add them in here, yes or no? You could just tell me yes or no with your heads. I'm looking at all
Yeah.
of you right now. We are, perfect. So I need to add them, so let's add my spouse.
Mhm.
Stephanie is, she's gonna kill me, I think she's like 28. I don't even know how old she is. I'm 31, and she's 27, I'm 4 years older. All right. My son, he's gonna be on the insurance. He's 1, gonna turn 2 soon, he's 1. How old do I put here?
Yeah,
Just to look like 1
19.
year. Oh, 19, yeah.
19.
19 years old.
Who said 19 first?
I
Mhm.
Vilma?
Yeah.
Vilma, you're cheating. You were here in the morning, you know.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
kidding. I'm kidding. No, Vilma, you're catching up quickly because you missed the introduction yesterday, so you caught on very fast. Vilma, I'm gonna give you one advice though, tonight or tomorrow, instead of getting on 2 training sessions, maybe get on just 1, but then look back on the recordings from yesterday. Because there's some of the questions that I'm giving you, I explained them very detailedly, and maybe you'll get something out of it. But yes,
yeah.
I had to put that my son is 19. Let me see if I can find my son anywhere here. That same one, he was a newborn. He's old, a lot bigger and different now. So I'm not very organized, as you guys can see. I have all my files in my desktop, but that's my baby right there. So let's get back to work. So he's 19. I'm gonna put my income at 30,000. I'm gonna leave it the same. And here's what I'm gonna tell you. He has a doctor, and I'm actually gonna call my wife and ask her for the name of the doctor. So this is gonna be a real sale. I don't know the name of I don't know the name of the doctor either, so don't judge. See what she says. Honey. Hey, I'm in the training. I'm gonna put you on speaker and you to answer some questions, okay? All right. Okay, everybody say hi, Stephanie.
Hello, Stephanie.
Hi,
Hi,
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Okay, Stephanie, what is the name of the doctor for Jakey?
Mayra Capote.
Mayra Capote. Hold on, stay on the phone with me. In Miami Lakes, right? Yeah, this is it.
Yes.
And what is the name of our doctor? Like Duarte, or but I know it's his wife or whatever.
Wait, let me look up his first name online.
Raymond or Reynold. Is Reynold or Raymond, but isn't it?
Yeah, Reynolds. So REYNOLD. Duarte Martinez.
Reynold Duarte Martinez. Got him. Okay, thank you, honey. Bye.
You're welcome.
So let's see. I've never done this. This is the first time I'm doing it with you guys. We haven't all done. This is easy. Right away, somebody takes on both. It's cheating. It's supposed to be harder. All right, so we have a winner here because I already have it filtered, I think, by EPOs. Perfect. So I know that I'm better if it's an EPO, both my primary doctor, Dr. Duarte Martinez, and my son's pediatrician, Dr. Capote, takes it. Now let's get out of these EPO, HMO stuff. Let's see if they take HMO too. If it's an HMO, Duarte takes it, but not Dr. Capote. You guys are following along with me?
Yes, sir.
But the EPO was expensive, so let me see if there's anything else, any other company that I can get something that's not so expensive, right? So I'm gonna take all the plans off. I don't know if this is the case, but I'm starting to realize that HMOs, none of the pediatricians take them for some reason. I don't know if you guys saw that with the other example too. I will do some research this weekend to see if that's always the case. But let's see here. So see, this is an EPO and the pediatrician takes it. So I'm gonna take a guess here, and this is me really guessing, guys, but just so you see my train of thought of what I'm doing. And I'm gonna narrow it down to EPOs. Because it looks like there's certain companies that the doctors take both. So Oscar is not one of them. Cigna is not one of them. Let's keep looking. Nope, 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 nope. And better. This is gonna be the cheapest option. Okay, so if you guys are on the phone with me and I told you my scenario, you'll be like, I can get all three of you for $213 a month if you want to see both doctors. If not, I will teach you guys tomorrow how to pull this up, but I can look the doctors in your area and maybe we could either pick a new pediatrician for your kids or a new primary for you, so you guys can get a cheaper one. Make sense?
All right.
All right, so we're gonna pick this. So now that we have this, let's go back to App Excel and let's fill up the entire thing. You guys are ready?
Yep.
All right, fantastic. So let's go create. What do I do here?
New contract.
New
Anybody else wants to
policy.
take a guess?
New policy.
Right?
Right, yeah.
All right. What information do you guys need from here from me?
First and last name,
Okay, what else?
date
Zip
of
code.
birth, the zip
Okay.
code, and an email or a phone number.
Correct. So let's fill it out. Joseph Gonzalez. I was born August, remember the month first, 1991.
Joseph?
Yeah.
Are we going to have all this information basically over an Excel or something similar?
Sorry?
Yeah, like the information of the clients, you said that we will have that basically before we call them, right? Are we
Yeah,
going to have
in a
that over an
spreadsheet.
Excel?
Yeah, in a spreadsheet,
Oh, okay.
an Excel spreadsheet, correct. Yeah, so yeah, and it's gonna be all like that. So I'm only asking you what information we need because I want you to make sure you do it right, but you won't be asking the client this information. You already have it. You might just ask them for the wife and the son because that might not be there. But for the principal, you guys will have that already. Okay? What else you guys need me to fill out here? You guys said zip code. And by the way, 33126 is not even my real zip code. That's actually my mom's house. But for some reason, where I live, the plans suck. They think that, I don't know if they think that we have more money than we do or what the problem is, but so I wanted you guys to be able to see some good plans. So automatically populated my county. Anything else here that you guys want me to fill out?
Yeah, there is missing the email or the phone number.
Email and phone number, very good. Remember, never click on autofill, because if you notice, if I put Stephanie, Grace is her middle name, it's already popping up with her name, and this has happened to me before that I don't notice, and I put the insurance under the wrong person's name because I click on autofill because I'm being lazy. Never autofill, always write it out. So I'm putting my personal email. Now all of you have my personal email, which is great. Phone number, I'll put my phone number that you guys already have because we're on a WhatsApp group. Anything else in the top part that you think I should put?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Now the,
Gender, maybe?
that was who,
Oh,
Erica?
yeah.
Yeah.
Winner, chicken dinner. Good job. I mean, Joseph is a pretty masculine name. I don't think there's any girls called Joseph. I do have a cousin called like Josefa or something like that. It's actually a true story, but yes, try to pick gender. In this case, if you would have forgotten, it wouldn't have been a big deal because I would have known Joseph Gonzalez as a guy. But if we can pick gender, that'd be great.
Oh,
Okay.
and also, you also said that we have to ask the customer, like, on your last policy, how do you appear? Like, it will be just your first and last name or your full name?
Correct. You should ask that. However, the more I think about it, and I'll confirm this before we go live. The information you have, I pulled it straight from the marketplace. I think it's already showing the way that they are showing on the insurance card.
Okay.
So you'll already have that too. Like we really are trying to make it as simple as possible for you guys. That way you guys could just go ahead and enroll and not have to break your head trying to convince people to do things and things like that. Perfect. Something that we can add, that we should add, put Spanish if it's Spanish. Because sometimes people get mad if they get stuff in English and we might forget. So it's important that if you want to put it out, it's not life or death. If you don't do it, it's okay. But yeah, just put language. But moving on. Legal documents. What do we got?
Nothing. Oh, just the immigration status.
Immigration
Immigration.
status. Perfect. I was born here in Miami. I am a citizen, so that's it. For income, what are we putting here?
The total income of the house.
How much was the amount that we had discussed? It was 30,000, right?
No,
20?
30, it was 30, I think. Let's see.
Right.
Let's go to the top. 30,000, correct.
Okay.
All right, let me ask you guys a question. What if the 30 is 15,000 my wife and 15,000 me? What do I do?
You're gonna have like the total.
Mhm.
Yep. So I still add it all up. Good job, guys. You guys are sharp. Oh, Lord. That's what I get for using the touchscreen. 30,000. Perfect. Moving along, next page. All right, how many people are applying for insurance, my friends? How many applicants?
3.
Perfect. How many household members?
4.
3.
Somebody say 4? I'm gonna call Stephanie back, tell her, hey, we had to have one more baby. Which I'm totally okay with. And number of dependents, how many dependents do I have for now?
1.
1.
Correct.
One.
What do I do next?
You have to select add family member
Very good. So we're
and
gonna start
personal information.
with
Mhm.
Stephanie. So is Stephanie gonna be an applicant?
No
Nope.
You sure? She's going on the insurance.
applicant. Well,
Yes.
yes.
Let me-
Yeah, she's an applicant, but not a
That's good. So let's clarify that, right? Because if you said no and I say you sure, the logical answer then is yes. Let's make sure that everybody. Because Vilma and Carlos are very brave for answering, but everybody is as confused as you guys, so don't worry. If they are on the insurance, meaning if they are going to get coverage, they're applicants. If they're only there because they do taxes, but they're not on the insurance, then they're members. Give you an example. Before Stephanie left her job and came to just run the business with me 100% of the time, she was a teacher. Stephanie had insurance through work for her and for my son. I still had this. So here I would have still have to have put Stephanie and my son's information. However, they would have not have been applicants because they were not going to get insurance. Does that make sense? In this case, they are applicants because they will be on the insurance. So Stephanie is an applicant, yes. She is my wife, so you put relation, you put wife. First name and last name. Stephanie. We're gonna put Gonzalez, we just changed that. And her date of birth is August 15th, so 1995. Gender, female. Anything else you think I should put here?
Nope.
Correct, that's it. Name, date of birth, relationship, and gender. All I need. What do I do next?
Add family member.
Very good. Same deal. I'm gonna put, is this member an applicant? This is for my son Jake.
Yes.
No,
Then-
actually no.
Carlos, yes, he is. Remember, we put he
Oh.
was 19.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, you're good. So yes, Jake is going on the insurance. We need to put him on the plan. If he's going on the plan, he is in fact an applicant, okay?
Good.
Relationship, he's my son. You guys can put this out in Spanish. His name is Jake Michael Gonzalez. His date of birth, 01/28/2021, and his gender, he is a male. What do I do next?
Next step.
Okay, what do I do now? Anybody?
Since we are applying for you like today, basically the effective date will be since January 1st.
Exactly right. 01/01/2023. What else?
The carrier. Then we have to go to Health Sherpa
Okay.
and look for
Do you remember
the
what carrier it was, Carlos, or no?
number.
Yeah, I was on better. Perfect. So now for the insurance plan, you're saying go back to Sherpa?
Yep.
All right, let's look for the plan because I went past it. It was this one, no? Yeah.
Yep.
What do I do here?
The copy and paste CMS standard silver EPO actually.
Perfect. So we're gonna copy this So let me just copy it here. Boom. And paste it here.
Yep,
Perfect. What is the metal level on this plan?
silver.
If you're not sure, read the name. Normally it'll tell you in the name.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go through the policy numbers, right? The confusing part. Carlos, don't talk. Everybody
Okay,
know that you're eager to get it right because you got it wrong the first time. So everybody else, the first question, let's go back here, is policy total cost. What is the policy total cost here? Don't kill yourselves. It's okay. Take your time. If you're thinking it, just say it. If you're wrong, I will correct you. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's-
That will,
Estimated
Now-
all in?
I'm sorry?
The estimated all in, no?
The,
No,
No,
remember, this is
1,300.
1,300, yes.
this one,
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's total.
it has to be to the T. And to whoever said estimated all in, don't ever look at this number. This is number that they put there to confuse everybody. I don't know why it exists. Because it's the biggest BS number I've ever seen. So yes, the total policy cost is whatever the price is before any deductions, any discounts. So in this case, is what? 1,352.11. What am I gonna put here? I need to put here the full price, 1,352.11. All right? For the subsidy. What is the subsidy here? I'm gonna bring you guys and cheat a little bit so you can see it.
The figure in green, 1,139.
That's exactly right, Vilma. Great job. The subsidy is 1,139. Now, if I only put that, you see it shows $11.39. I need to add point, well, I don't even have to add, I just put 2 zeros. And now it's 1,139.00. Why is this important? Because this is what I'm going to look at to try to do the same math you did when we're processing it. What is the monthly price for this plan? Let's go look for it again. I'm already dizzy. What is going to be the monthly price?
The top monthly premium, 213.11.
Right. The premium is going to be 213.11. You guys understand this part? Yes, we're good?
Yes.
Thank you, Erica. Everybody nod their head at me and tell me they're good. Just nod your head. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you, Carlos. Kevin, you okay? You're good? Thumbs
Yes,
up?
I'm good now.
Perfect. So I can only see some of you. Oh, Vilma, there you go. You know how to use, I don't even know how to put thumbs up on Zoom. I don't know how you guys are raising your hand. Still learning. I'm like a young old person. All right, perfect. So now that we got this piece, what am I putting for payment information?
Nothing.
Oh, here you go, Erica. Everybody else is confused. Absolutely nothing. And any comments? Anything else? Besides my son being cute, anything else you guys want to add on the comment box?
No, actually not.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you guys agree with
Oh,
my son being cute.
Can I
So-
talk or I should mute myself?
I'm sorry?
Can I talk?
Oh, my bad, put you on timeout. Sorry, let me mute you again. Yeah, yeah, you could talk again. But this is it, guys. Here I put submit and that's it. On to the next client. If you screw something up, which you will, I will call you guys and tell you this is what you did wrong. Let's do it again. So because what's gonna happen is you're gonna mess up, and that's okay in the beginning. When you mess up, it's not gonna add up, right? I'm gonna pull the numbers you gave me. I mean, wait, this plan is not the same price that you said it was gonna be. So I'm gonna have to call you guys and figure out what we did wrong. But don't worry about it because this is a learning experience for everybody involved. I just want you to understand this. Is execution important? Absolutely. Right? We need to execute. Let make no mistake. If we don't enroll people, none of us are gonna have a job next year. You know? However, what comes along with execution is effort. If you have effort, you're showing effort, and you're getting better every day, you're not gonna lose your job because you messed up one number. What we're gonna do is coach you, teach you how to do it again. And given that you put in so much effort, you're not gonna get it wrong ever again. Does that make sense? Nobody's perfect, but everybody could try their hardest, and that is the main thing that is important for us. In return, what we promise you guys is this is not gonna be the situation that Yesenia had a couple years ago where they wouldn't pay her. We wanna be very competitive in the market. We want the best of the best. Okay, so you guys are good, you guys are bright, you guys speak English. I know how hard you guys have worked to just get to where you're at, because you don't just learn how to speak English just because you wake up one day in a Spanish country. I know it took a lot of effort and studying. So we want to compensate you guys for that stuff. You put in effort. I just went through a whole policy. I know that there's a million scenarios that you guys are probably wondering what is going to happen if a client says this and that. But what you just saw from beginning to end is what the job description is. You add a little bit of organization to it to be able to stay organized with the resources we'll give you, and you put in effort, everybody's going to have a good Christmas. Make sense?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Any questions of what we covered today before we go into our homework?
Well, I have one in here.
Ask all the questions you want. Or
Well, here, I just want to ask in here, so the way we're going to receive or make calls, we are going to have we are going to have calling, the customer will be calling us, or we are going to call
call
the customer with
me
a
show you.
list.
let me show you. So it's an application called Ring Central. This is my account. This is not the one you guys are going to use, but it's the same account. All right, let me see if I'm in the right one. I think I am. I'm definitely not in the right one. This is my manager account phone numbers. Hold on. Service. Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on. You tell never use this. What my guys do. Still taking me to the page I don't want. So this is the company, Ring Central. Essentially, what you're gonna be able to do is you're gonna be able to go to, let's say, home, and a little thing that looks like a calculator is gonna pop up. You dial the number, and you need to be able to be connected to a headset that's connected to your computer, because that's how you're gonna call. It calls over the internet. Over here, the person's gonna see a local phone number that we're gonna assign you. So they're gonna think you're locally. They're not even gonna know you're overseas.
Yeah, but my questioning here is that we are going to call them, right?
You're calling them, correct? Absolutely. yeah.
And are we going to have like outbound calling
Like
here? Like
yeah,
they're
correct.
calling us. They will
Correct,
be
yeah.
calling us as well.
They'll be calling you back maybe after a while, but no, you're going to be this is an outbound.
Dial.
Correct. It's
Got it.
outbound. This isn't the website. I have to look for the right one. That's part of my training tomorrow with the account that is for this project. This is another account I have.
Mhm.
But it's a company called Ring Central. It's a dialer. It's a what we call voice over IP.
Okay.
So the calls are going to be over the internet, which is why it's important that you have reliable connection, because if you don't have reliable connection, the calls are going to drop. That's going to hurt your performance. But yeah, you're going to call them over the internet, and then you're calling them, correct? You're going to have all the information, their full name, their birthday, their zip code. You're going to have even like what type of company they had before. Hey, you're going to have a lot of firepower. You know, hey, Yesenia, we're calling you from the marketplace. As you probably know, Bright, which is the company they had before, no longer is going to have service next year. We're just calling you to help you re-enroll into your plan. You have a few minutes out.
Okay.
If they get, and then we'll teach you all the rebuttals. Tomorrow's going to be like the rebuttal day and things like that. So,
Okay.
Joseph?
Yeah.
Do you know when we are going? I think with tomorrow, right? We will get like all our basically our profiles and those things to get access to everything.
yeah. So the way that it works, just so you guys know, what we got to get you guys set up with tomorrow, to answer your question, yes, is tonight or first thing in the morning, you're going to have your scripts. That's just for the training. But then we got to get you email account set up. We got to set you up with App Excel, where you process the applications. And we're going to set you up with a Ring Central account, which is where you make calls from. Each of you is going to have an assigned user account for you. So again, you guys are not going to share. you will be able to do everything individually, and then that way we can also track and help you get better if you're not doing well for whatever reason, on those type of things. But yes, tomorrow and that before we go live, I know Marco wants to go live Saturday. We might honestly just do like a test run Saturday and really go live Monday. He'll get back to you guys on that. I know that we're working hard on the back end to make sure that everything is set up for tomorrow, so Saturday we can go live. But the 100% startup for this will probably be Monday. Again, we'll get back to you guys on that regardless. We're compensating for this week as a regular week of employment. Obviously, we want you guys to put in the work. My one ask is since we're only meeting for what, about 2.5 hours a day, is that you guys on your own time, and I could tell some of you have, that you play with this. You know, I know we're all young and there's a lot of fun things to do where we live, but if we could just focus a little bit for hours that you're being paid anyway, you're gonna get so far ahead that you're actually gonna keep a job for a long time. And that's really our ask. But yeah, we want to have you set up, Carlos, your direct question, tomorrow with all the logins. We have everything ready. Honestly, it's just a matter of setting them up. We also need to make sure that everybody's actually gonna stay here. So far, we've only lost, I think, one of you guys that's no longer gonna be in the program that was here yesterday. We want to make sure that you know that we're not assigning users to people that might not stick around. But I think this group is pretty solid. All of you seem to be pretty engaged. All of you understand what the task at hand is. We should be able tomorrow to have a KCAS training and get ready to roll out, you know, tentatively Saturday, 100% full go Monday, with the help of Marco setting up the shifts and everything else.
So just to confirm, sir, are you guys going to tell us like tomorrow if we work or not on Saturday, or that will be on directly Saturday?
Yeah, we'll tell you tomorrow. You are gonna get something for availability from Marco. And again, Saturday, don't quote me on this, but it's the odds of us doing a lot Saturday are not for sure, because a lot of the things we need to make sure that everything is up and running correctly, which we already are, but it might take an extra day. But yes, you'll find out tomorrow if we can make call Saturday, and then we'll figure out who's gonna be live and who's not.
Great.
All right. Any other question, guys? No, this is fun. I'm starting to feel like I know you guys, so.
I just confirm. What if we are going to take calls like on Saturday? It will be like the whole day. Basically, it will be just like an amount of calls, like 4 hours as those 3 days. Because at least from my side, I will be like starting between 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. So I will be busy in the morning, so I cannot. After that, of course, I'm free, but
So here's the thing, and again, don't quote me on this, but there's gonna be 5-day shifts of 9 hours. We'll work with Marco to see if maybe we need to break you down to 2 half shifts, so you're available Saturdays. Maybe you don't do Saturdays at all. If we have enough people to cover Saturdays. These are things that will go, once we do the availability, we'll get back to you what shifts are available. And if anything needs to be adjusted, again, we will be flexible. We'll just play it individually, case by case. So make sure that everybody can complete their hours, but at the same time, obviously, I know you guys, a lot of you are in school, that you have responsibilities. We want to make sure your education is also being taken care of. So we'll play it by ear individually.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to consider also that because I'm studying a master, so that's why I renounced today from my last job.
You're good, no worries. I know that education is important. So I applaud you guys. I know how hard it is to work and go to school firsthand. So trust me, I've been there, done that. So no worries. We'll work with you guys. Again, the only non-negotiables is the hours that we need to meet, right? And it's not even really a money thing, it's more so a performance thing. We don't think that you could reach a performance we need you to reach if you don't work those hours. And then obviously we're compensating you for them. But we'll work with you guys. Just fill out the availability, whatever source of sheet Marco's gonna send. Once he sends it, and then he'll assign you shifts, and any issues that we have, I would just ask you guys to reach out to me or Marco individually, and then we'll work it out together. Fair enough? Fantastic. What else, guys?
no, I think that's it, at least from my side.
All good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's good. Okay, are you guys starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with this stuff? It's
Hello.
actually,
I do.
Yeah.
you are perfect. Sorry, I asked a question, then I speak right after, and I'm really bad at that. I'm working on it. Okay, you guys are gonna get better with time. You guys are gonna get better with time. I am here to help you. You guys, the ones that are in the afternoon only haven't met Monica, but Monica is great. She's gonna be helping us a lot too. So I'm excited because we're gonna have, our goal is to be the best remote team out of Colombia that there is. And there's a lot of you guys, so I've worked with some other ones. They're good, but you guys are better, so we just gotta show them what we're all about, and we gotta be able to enroll everybody and make sure that we have we enroll so many people that we need all of us to keep working to maintain them after, right? For retention, customer service purposes. So, guys, with that being said, I'm going to give you the rest of your day back. You will have scripts by tonight, the latest tomorrow morning. You will have, I'm gonna literally after this call, I'm jumping back on with Marco and calling another call to make sure that we start assigning you guys as far as the accounts and the things are set up. And then tomorrow, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a whole lot of role playing. You know, there isn't much else to show you. Ring Central, how to call, but excuse me, that's easy. The rest is role play, and we get you guys prepared. All right, give me a thumbs up if you're good.
Sounds great.
Perfect, fantastic. All right, guys, so thank you for jumping on. We'll be in touch tomorrow, either 10 or 4
Thank
o'clock
you.
Eastern, and we'll see you then, all right? Have a good one.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Great, thank
Bye-bye,
you.
guys.
So,
See you guys.
bye.
Tomorrow.
Bye.
Ciao, Erika.
Bye.